Hello, I'm Craig Summerall. Thanks for joining me again as we continue reading the book Monday Morning Choices. Monday Morning Choice number 11, The Reality Choice. Carmen Silva had worked for years to reach her position as manager for a large corporation. Yet, as she watched colleagues move ahead in their careers, the reality was that her own career was being slowed because of her long-standing fear about speaking in front of groups. Nick made his quota every month. He had won every award for productivity and had even earned several trips to Hawaii as leading sales rep for his division, but he had been passed over for sales manager's promotions for the past 3 years. In his place, 2 colleagues had gone on to higher positions. Nothing personal, Nick, his boss had said, trying to reassure him. The reality is that since your kids are in school, you've never wanted to relocate your family, and we haven't had openings here for over 5 years. Carl Landon had been a top-notch office manager for a large corporation for several years. He had always wanted to go into sales. However, every time he had approached the VP of sales about the possibilities of joining the sales force, he had been less than encouraged. Finally, he confronted the VP. "What's wrong with me becoming a sales rep?" he wanted to know. "Frankly, Carl," the VP responded, "I just don't think that job is right for you. It requires a lot of self-motivation to succeed in sales, and as we've discussed in the past, self-motivation is just not something you've demonstrated in your current assignment." The reality, Carl had been interviewing all along. His skills and personality were better suited to a structured environment. All too often, when we suddenly find ourselves facing reality, it's not a reality we want to see. We tend to think we are objective, but in most cases, we are not. In Carl's case, as an example, he wanted to try his luck to see if he could perform as well or better than the current sales reps. He thought he had the personality. He thought he knew the products and their selling points. All he needed was a chance. But the reality was the current VP wasn't too impressed with the way Carl handled slack times, the times top sales reps spent developing leads and making cold calls. Apparently, the VP couldn't envision Carl performing without a specific routine, one that had built-in accountability at every turn. Carl failed to realize that he was interviewing for his next opportunity while working at his current job. The truth of reality. A definition of the word reality tells us it is the real nature of something, the truth or something that is actual, not imaginary. A key element to your success will be discovering and facing reality. The process of discovering reality includes examining the facts and separating them from feelings and egos. So why is the choice of reality necessary for a successful life journey, you may be asking? We choose reality and use it as a springboard to our next goal-setting process. We choose reality as a tool to understand what is in front of us, from the opportunities along our current path to the challenges that loom ahead. Choosing reality provides us with a major indicator about where we are, where we're going, and what we have to do to get there. Reality can also help us identify our limits. During the last several seasons of his career, former Dallas Cowboys quarterback Troy Aikman was warned by his doctors that repeated concussions had placed him in a precarious position every time he walked onto the playing field. He had the ability to continue to be a great quarterback, but it would take only one more crushing, jarring tackle to place his life in jeopardy. For Aikman, this personal reality became ominous. Continuing his football career could cost him his life. He chose not to endanger his health by continuing to do something he loved and was great at. Instead, he moved into a field that was unknown to him. He's now a well-respected commentator for Fox Sports. In business, the limits of reality can come in the form of our abilities, our product, our leadership, or even the capitalization of a company or the wishes of stockholders. During the past decade, the reality of downsizing meant that many in the workforce had to retool their skills and enter other industries. The old phrase, "time for a reality check," is exactly the approach workers should take in assessing where they are and where they want to be or where they want to go. Reality, for most of us, means change. Reality could also mean a change in our direction or a change in our approach to solving problems. Thanks for watching and have a great week.